is weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on. What is that? I have no idea what's going on with my phone. Who cares anymore? Just don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's like half of my phone is like at the top, and then this half is at the bottom. And I'm like, what is going on with this? So weird. Hmm. I have no idea what's going on. What is that? I don't know. Something's supposed to be above me? Like, I wonder if it got split on its own. Oh, well. You know, there was some shenanigans going on before I could get on here. Like, the lid to the candle that I put out, and I wanted to get a different candle burning. Can't find the lid. Don't know what happened. It's in Never Neverland. Don't know where it went. I'm like, okay, so I'll see how this is gonna pan out. All of a sudden it'll just show itself. It'll just pop up somewhere. I'll be like, yeah. I have no idea what's going on, you guys. Just bear with me. I have no clue what's happening here. Like, what's going on there. I have no clue. So, anyway, I don't have time for it. The craziness. And it's crazy, isn't it? Oh, God, what is this now? Technology is being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yes. So, you know that movie, As the Earth Stands Still? Remember that? Stood Still. Remember that movie with Keanu Reeves? Remember that? And Jaden when he was small and just getting his career going. And remember that? Okay, so where are we? We are on the new moon. Oh, no wonder. That makes sense. New moon bridger. Okay. So remember when Jaden, hey, lovely, let me know if you can hear me because my phone is doing something weird. There's like this blank spot right above me or something, and I have no idea what it is. I don't know why it's there. I'm getting closer and closer to get rid of this phone. Going to get rid of it. um. Okay. So let me go in here. Let me look here. Okay, let me go in here. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let me go here. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, oh, there we go. Okay. So today is Wednesday, January 29th. And we are new moon. And it's the white spectral world bridger. Okay. I dissolve in order to equalize, releasing opportunities. I seal the store of death with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power doubled. Okay. We do have the rune, and that's all about the journey, how we're sticking into the journey. Is that symbol that looks like a bead, that looks like our Bluetooth color, that represents Bluetooth. So the color today is white. Obviously, I'm not following the color. I'm wearing green because I felt the need to be in green. And the planet is Mars, the chakra is throat, and the earth family is cardinal. So it says here, what we think of as our mind or intelligence is merely a resonant quality of mind that is not contained in our body, brain, or nervous system. So this is putting us in the sixth mental sphere. This is also working with the dimension of the lymphatic force field and hyperneutronic um, subliminal telepathy. Okay, so let's talk about today's thumbnail. The thumbnail has the sword up, it has the fighter ready to do battle. Remember, we're still in the Renaissance moon of attunement, channel, inspire, and attunement. Some of you probably have been feeling a little bit out of it, kind of like leave me be, I don't want to be bothered type of thing. That kind of energy going on. It's okay. Take the time to just be in that space. It's okay. And it's fine. Um, then you have the energy of what is, hold on a second, I got this kind of like, I like that. Last time I pushed the wrong button and it turned into this disco ball thing. It was flashing lights all over, and then I just went with it and said Mayday, Mayday. So, anyway, let me go back to the nanotechnology because I kind of skipped through that part. So the energy right now is off the hook insane. Okay. There's so many energetic weirdness going on. It's enough to make you say, what the hell is this? What the hell is that? So one of the things I noticed is that that movie, As the Earth Stood Still. Remember the technology that was released from the being that came, and they had all those tiny little particles that was getting on everything, and it almost looked like these little gnat type of things that were eating away, getting rid of things, and then when it would land on someone that was human, it would go underneath their skin, it would travel up into their nose and their face. Yeah. So I want you to think about something, because here in California, they're having a good time with just spraying us with stuff. And I'm noticing my body response after the spraying happens. It's almost like having an allergy response. Like you start to get really super congested, you're blowing your nose, and all kind of little weird stuff is happening. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, okay, I counted how many times the little crop duster plane flies over, and they always do it after they put the clouds up, and then they're seeding the clouds, but all this stuff is coming down with it, so you can't see the plane when it's flying through 6 times doing its stuff. But your body feels the response. So yesterday I was having a lot of good information that was coming in about all these particular particles and stuff that are in our air, and God only knows where else it's landing. And not just here in California, but in other places too where you might be experiencing it. But here's the deal, those particles are sensitive, get this, to anything that is like tobacco smoke. It literally shuts them down, shuts those particles down. So let's take it one step further. Say like if you're not like a smoker or something like that, but you wanted to make sure that whatever particles you're breathing in, you could get away with keeping your body strong and everything, there is a substitute for that. And back in the day, the natives would use this plant called Indian tobacco. Yeah, Indian tobacco, which is another word that's called lobelia. So that's what they would say, and would present that. And I kind of looked at that like, oh, wow, it's lobelia. Okay. Just went on about my business. So I just said, okay, that's interesting. So I just go on about my business about that. But I started thinking back, and I think it was almost 20 years, maybe 15 to be polite. Remember when they all of a sudden started raising the price of cigarettes? Remember that? How they raised the price up and they were charging people a lot of money now to get a pack of cigarettes, and they were really going to implement that. They started putting all these restrictions on cigarettes like, oh, you can't smoke here, you can't smoke here because the secondary smoke is dangerous and it causes, from their perspective where they were put it all on the labels, causes cancer. Okay, that's what they say. Secondary smoke. So this is why they were campaigning to get rid of the cigarettes. So remember, back in the day when they would make the movies and stuff, and it was always so cool to, they always had the actors and everybody smoking on the films, and you would see them smoking, all that craziness. Now fast forward to now, and everything that we've experienced for those 4 years in question. Now keep in mind the xenomorphs have had plenty of time to put together all that crap, okay? All that stuff that we all experienced in 4 years. They've had plenty of time. They had like 20 plus something years to come up with that and put that in place. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. I got to show you how this all lines up. So they put it all together, and then they test it out, okay, before they roll it out, because they don't want anything to come in that can hamper the effect of what they're trying to do. Okay, so now go back to when they were talking about the cigarettes, how they put the price up. They were going to tax it more. I remember some of my friends that were heavy smokers. They just said, man, I can't afford to keep buying my cigarettes. A pack is costing me almost this, 28 to 30 bucks, and I can't afford to keep doing this. So they were either going to make a choice to give up smoking and think of it as being healthy, but then they brought in a substitute. Now pay attention here. This is how sly they are. So they're going to get you to not do the smoking, okay? No, we're going to have you not do smoking. Smoking is bad for you. It causes this and that. Okay, if they're saying it causes secondary smoking, it causes all these illnesses and cancers and stuff, but yet and still, they're sitting on their asses with the cure to a lot of the imbalances of cancer. They know exactly what to use and do because they use it for themselves, but they don't share it with the majority of us, which is getting ready to change, okay? Hi, lovely. So I'm laying in bed and Spirit just shows me this whole timeline. Remember about the cigarettes? And I was like, oh yeah. I got you guys to not be, it's very rare to see a lot of people just smoking regular cigarettes. Now, okay, now cigarettes, that was a dry smoke. Okay, nicotine. Nicotine is like a tar attachment that can get into things and mess with it. Okay? its own form of venom. Okay? Then they decide, well, I know, we'll bring out vaping. Vaping's wet. It's more moisture when you vape. It's a vaping, it's a moisture type of smoke. Kind of evaporates. It's wet. It kind of goes away, right? So I'm looking at that and I said, wow, they really set things into motion. So they've already tested everything out and how they want everything to be. Okay, so now we're looking at that, right? And I said, okay. So then it comes out, people are discussing it, and they say, yeah, if you're somebody that's a smoker, you're not going to experience all the stuff that's going on now with the particles, getting a sore throat and all that stuff that comes along with it. And even one of the friends of mine was friends of a friend told her, said, yeah, when I went to the doctor, they cracked me up. They said, oh yeah, everybody's getting that throat irritation thing, but if you smoke a cigarette or tobacco, it actually gets rid of it. It's the strangest thing. I was like, oh, interesting. How you can just, I don't know, knock that out, right? That's what they're saying. And I'm not going to use allegedly and all that bullshit. I'm not saying that. I don't want to say that. I don't have to say that because I'm just saying what my friends told me. So I'm like, wow, okay, interesting. And in my little healer mind, I go through my mind and I start thinking, okay, well, we can do this, get this going, and start utilizing this to strengthen the body and whatever comes at it. That's what time it is, because we're still dealing with this energy of stuff that's coming in. Now, the thumbnail shows a warrior. She's got her sword up. She's fighting. They're watching us, watching everything we're doing now. And let me tell you something. These past 3 days, since Saturday, I should say, has been the most I have ever felt like I was being watched on every level of my being. Okay? And last night was the most weirdest energy. Now, the Saturday when the so-called rain was to come in, my car looks like crap. It looks like I went through a snowstorm somewhere. It's got all this junk on it. But you know what? I'm not going to wash it because the rain's coming in on Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. I guess Gavin Newsom got upset with the fact that he had to let the water go in California. But really the military is the one that had to release the water. But I guess he got upset about it, so now he's making it rain. Boy, his brain is not working right. Anyway, so I noticed that some weirdness was going on. So remember back in the day when I talked to you guys about the spider technology and tentacles and stuff like that, things that I was seeing and I didn't understand it, but then there was a couple of really good people on YouTube that were giving me validation because they too were seeing it. Now it has increased, okay? Literally, a lot of stuff going on out the side of your eyes. You're seeing it. When you're looking ahead, you see something going on over here. And then it's fast and it moves and it's increased the kind of stuff that you're noticing and seeing. And I'm like, okay, so the spider thing is interesting. How it just drops out of the ceiling. You're like, oh, where'd that spider go? It's big. It's not a little one. It's a big spider. But you go look for it, you can't find it. Technology. Then this morning, around 5 in the morning, because I could not sleep, I was too busy staying awake because the young one wasn't doing so hot, and I was like keeping an eye on her. And I'm laying in bed and I literally see a giant spider and the legs and stuff come towards the bed and disappear. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Just totally disappear. But I saw the legs and everything. And I was like, all right, y'all get a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with the spider details. And I'm not into that. So I decide I'm going to go ahead and go sleep, close my eyes, go sleep. Still dark outside. But as I'm sleeping, I see, you know how you have your eyes closed? I see this light energy coming in, but it kind of hangs back a little bit. And then it comes up again, but my eyes are closed and I'm seeing it and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I say these words. If you are not of divine light, of love from source, and you walk with that, you have no permission, no authority. You're not permitted to be here. You're infringing upon my free will. I'm a divine sovereign being. You have to leave. All of a sudden, it stops, and it starts to kind of go back, and then I start to kind of go, okay, it's leaving. And then it starts to kind of slowly come back in again, and then I said, what part of you have to leave do you not understand? If you are not, and I'm going to say the words again because I am superior above you, if you are not of divine light. I say it just like that. And this energy literally just takes off and leaves. And I'm laying there, I said, you know, this is what the next few months are going to be like because these Archons have gotten out of hand and they are in this to hijack as many minds as possible. Okay? It is on. I am not kidding. Your process of just getting up in the morning, automatically you have to make sure your ass is shielded up. You have to make sure you say you're not consenting to the freaking artificial game that's going on. Because the whole thing is to interfere with you and to get you to drop your energy down to keep you on the lower timeline. They don't want everybody to make it to that high timeline because it's good. So in the morning, now I'm upping everything from I don't consent to you. I don't consent to the artificial light that's still trying to hang on. I am divine and sovereign. I am connected to divine source, a mother, father, divine source, the true creator. I walk with that. I am connected to that through my source, through my divine heart. I walk with that. If you are not a part of that, you cannot be in my space. I reject you in all forms of whatever you show up in. I don't consent to you. Then I can get out of the bed and go take a shower and go do what I'm going to do. And then it's the same when I get in the car. I say, okay, I need to get this done. I'm going to be on this dimension to get this done. I'm not pussyfooting around on 3. Forget it. That's not for me. I'm going to be on the higher ones because that's where I'm going. I just say it like that. And I expect to be there. And it happens. I'm not sitting trying to negotiate and trying to believe. I am that. And this is why I'm on here teaching this to you. This is where you are now. You got to be that right there. The practice is over with. Forget it. It's this right now. So I get in the car and I always do put my light around, shield, let me get to where I need to be in peace. Let me be of just love wherever I'm going and get my task completed. And then make it back safely. That's it. That's how I lock that timeline where I am and to do what I got to do. Everyone who does healing work, whatever you're doing, right now, you need to be locking that in. Then at nighttime, this is where it gets crazy because at nighttime, this is when they do the most infiltration in your dreams, in your sleep, hijacking your ass, laying on your chest. You're feeling waking up going, can't breathe. What is that? Yeah, because they're trying to pull life force. All right? So it's all about your baths and your showers. Salt cleanse, get the particles off of you. Okay? If you're going out, put a hat on, wrap the hair, because those particles getting on you. I don't understand how some people can be out and all in this stuff and going in the stores and stuff. Just take the clothes off, put their pajamas on, and go to bed. Oh, no. No. I'm all about smudge. Get your ass in the shower or the bath. Get that shit off of you. Get it off. That's what the salt's good for. Freaking interferes with shit. Baking soda interferes with shit. Get it off of you. Face, pay attention to your face, your ears, your neck. Get that crap off. Then put your jammies on and then go to bed. Oh, but no, you can't go to bed just yet because we're in it to win it. So now we gotta stake it higher. So now you have to go around and you gotta smudge because when you put the smudge in the air, it attaches to the particles and interferes with them. Don't you just love it? Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, especially when you do it with intention. And say like you do it with intention and you take your bowl and you got your smoke going and you say, with dragon's breath. And you blow with the intention of a dragon's breath. And then you call in your dragon team to infiltrate your space and to cleanse it. Then you set your space up with beautiful violet flames of light all over and say, just light it up real quick. Thank you very much. And let's protect all the doors and the mirrors and the windows and everything. And if it is not divine, it cannot come in. Okay, this is why when you activate all that, you'll be laying in bed and you hear all this crack pop, something drop sounds that's like something running into something. Yeah, because they're like, oh, can't be in here. Oh. So this is very important to be implementing right now more than ever. And still saying, don't drop the ball, because some people are dropping the ball and this is where you're getting the weirdness. Okay? So, excuse me. So when you lay down at night, you still need to be saying, I don't consent to it. And reiterate, I don't consent to you Archons and you reptilian, negative reptilian beings and draconian, negative mind controlling artificial light beings. They ain't got no love in you and you're messing with my energy. You don't have any permission. You have no authority over me. I reject you. I don't consent to you. And by saying that, it just makes them like, damn, I gotta find someone that's depressed, someone that's fearful. I gotta find someone that has anxiety. I gotta find someone that's hopeless. Let me go for that person because they have all those lower vibrational holes in them and I can easily seed into them. I can anchor in. But when you're armed up and you're saying those words, I don't consent to your stuff, I'm divine. I'm sovereign. I override your ass. They don't like that. So now they got to try to figure out a different way how to get at you. And this is where they implement the Archons hijack family members. Your so-called best friend starts acting weird with you. Even the boyfriend or the girlfriend starts acting weird with you. Your job, all of a sudden you get sabotaged on your job. Backstab. Oh, why? Oh, what? All this stuff just comes out of nowhere. The reason is because your light has gotten stronger and stronger. You have a signature. And they see it. And they're just trying to figure out a way how to bring that light down. Okay? No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're not having that. So, this is what time it is right now. So, we're in the new moon energy. There's a lot going on. We got the planets that align and different portals being activated with that. And Capricorn's got a lot of energy that's going on right now. And now we're stepping into this Aquarius energy and feeling into that. But there's just this feeling of being watched like never before. Like you're feeling it. Like there's eyes upon you. Now, last night in dream world, not even last night, I should say early morning when I finally drifted off and go to sleep, I found myself in some big ass room. It was white with a whole bunch of people sitting around, and I had to put together something that was on the table fast and organize it, put it together, move on to the next one, and everyone's like, bravo, bravo. And then after I finished, it was like complete task complete. And I was like, what the hell is this? Where am I? And then as soon as I feel like I'm in this, I'm like, where? I don't know where. And I come out of it, boom, memory's gone, swipe, boom. All I know is I was doing a test. And I was passing it because they were applauding. And I'm like, what was the test about? What was it? So, I want you to pay attention to the craziness of the energy that's coming in. Where are you going? Who is trying to get in your space? What are you sensing? What are you feeling? Something feels off, get up and smudge. Get up and spray. Use your sprays, whatever it is that you like to use that clears space. And set the intention and set up your wards. Set up those protections. This is what time it is. See, here's the deal. We no longer have time to go against each other and be messing with each other and trying to be jealous and attacking other light workers and all this stuff. We don't have time for that. We got too much at stake right now with these unbodied beings wanting to hijack your ass. That's what this is. And it's real. And it's very serious right now. Because all they need is you to just let your light down just a little bit. So they can hijack it. If they can take out a lot of the light workers, they are undoing the anchoring. But we're not about to let that happen, right? We come too far, too long, and some of us didn't even want to come here to this planet. We got tricked in the Cosmo drink. We had to drink that Cosmo drink, and then it was too late. We wake up and we're like, crap, here we are. We come too far. So really pay attention, because it's really gonna you gotta remember, we were in an inverted world. So in an inverted world, everything is negative. It's not the positive. The positive, the love, and everything's trying to come in. So now it's flipping upright. And with it flipping upright, it's telling truth. It's going back into its true divine blueprint signature where it needs to be, which is a lot of stuff coming up right now. And one of the things that I feel that everyone needs to do is this pre-birth contract clearing. Okay? The pre-birth contract clearing. Now, the pre-birth contracts clearing, I want you to think about this. And I want participation in the chat because I want to see what you think. Now, when you came into this world, you came into the third dimension, correct? Okay? That was still under the Piscean time, correct? So your soul made all this contract agreement when you came in at that time, right? Here's the question. Is that contract still valid for what you came into in the third dimension? Is it still valid for you? Is it still valid? Yes or no? Do you still believe, even though the third dimensional energy and all the constructs with that has been shifting, moving us to a higher timeline, is that energy still true for you? Of what you agreed to when you came here? Da, 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 da. Okay, it shouldn't be now that we are in a new age of Aquarius. Very good. There you go. So, here's the trick. When we have planetary alignment, when we have the eclipse, and they have to be the real ones, not the simulated one that they're trying to pass off as a real one, okay? Those active portals are your perfect timing. Like tonight is a perfect time to sit your butt down and go through timelines of when you first were, I should say, in this lifetime. Things that keep repeating in your life. Okay? Type of people that keep showing up, but they have the same lesson with it. You keep thinking you're getting the lesson, but it keeps showing up. You keep repeating the same thing. The same thing with scarcity, the same thing with financial problems, the same thing with health issues, the same thing, oh, I'm meeting the wrong person, my pointer is broken, and all of that stuff. And it keeps repeating itself. That's the stuff you want to write down and say, because this was a third dimensional soul contract experience, I now choose to deactivate or end this contract. Once you write out those cycles that you know that keep showing up and repeating themselves, even through the people that you keep having the same kind of experience with, but they just look different. Okay? They just show up, guy, girl, but it's still the same lesson. You're still going through the same thing with that person. Oh, they run up your money. They're stealing from you. Oh, they use you. Oh, they don't respect you. Or they are abusive verbally, mentally, physically, spiritually to you. Whatever it may be. If that's a repeat pattern with you, this is your opportunity time to just write that stuff out and say, when I came here in this lifetime, incarnated here, I was in third dimensional soul contract agreement. I am no longer agreeing to this cycle repeat. I get the lesson. I understand it. I now deactivate this. I now am no longer part of it. This also goes for if you're married to someone And they're not on the same playing field of awaken and seeing things differently. They're kind of like slow in the cabbie coming by. They don't know. They see something changing with you, but they're not really sure what's happening. This also means that you don't have to agree with the energy, because everything's about the energy of the partner. Because when you get with a partner, you're taking on their stuff too, just like they're taking on your stuff. But you don't have to agree with it anymore. You can choose to up level that. Say, okay, well, I love you, but guess what? You're kind of on your own with this until you decide to level up. It is not my responsibility to level you up. You have to do that work. Because when one takes ownership of that and they do the work, they keep the medicine of it. It stays locked and activated in them because they made a conscious decision to do it. Okay? That's the healing process. So now you've written out the stuff that you don't want to be bothered with anymore. You can break contracts with old souls that keep showing up, that's watching you. You know, those souls that, energetic energies that watch you. Remember what I was telling you? And it happens a lot. When you get in medicine circles, magic circles, you always got somebody up in there that don't like you because they can't do what you do. They can't hear spirit like you do. And they don't like the fact that you are in contact. And now they're pissed off at you. And now they're jealous. And now they're going to send an energy that watches everything you do because that's what they do. And you're wondering why you got weirdness around you. You just send it right back. And you tell that energy it has no permission to be around your space. These are for those people who smile in your face and they secretively can't stand you. They want to kind of find a way to just, I don't know, like destroy you, get rid of you, get you out of the way. Because there's too much attention around you. They don't like that. These type of people don't know how to love themselves. They some kind of way just don't care, and they want people to notice them, but they didn't do the work. They don't want to do the work. They want what you have, but they don't want to do the work to get it. Newsflash. Every healer, if you're a part of Be So Light Tribe, you have gone through trials and tribulations. You have gone through dark night of the soul. You have gone through some near-death experience. You have gone through some bullshit relationship that almost took you down. You've gone through loss. And when you go through those type of energetic initiations, you get leveled up. You get those gifts activated. It's like, oh, well, we're sorry we put you through this kind of experience, but guess what? Now you're going to be able to see clearly and have clarity. Oh, we're sorry that we sent you that worst partner that you went through. Oh, but guess what? Now you'll be able to feel with love and expression. They trade it off. They give you something else. And then you're leveling up because you're healing the self. But these people don't like that. They don't want to do the work. They just want to get it all and say they have it, but they don't have it because they didn't do the work to activate their gifts in the full proper way that they can utilize it. So why am I telling you this? Oh, because it's about to get really kind of serious because they have a deadline to meet. These Archon beings. They have to get as many of us as possible to not trust ourselves and not trust our process and not to be, I don't know, passionate about your mission. To give up on it. And when you stop, they win. This is what time it is. And I love, love, love how when I talked to my elder today and I was telling her, hey, I'm experiencing this, I'm seeing this, and da 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 da, and this has been happening, da 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 da. And then she turns around and says, yeah, I'm having the same experiences. I said, this is why we have to talk about this, because the more we talk about it, the more you're not sitting in a room or sitting in a tub saying, I think I'm losing my marbles here. My cookie dough is not being baked all the way, and I forgot to turn the oven on. Something's happening. My bread's not rising. Oh my gosh. Someone is not home. The lights are on, but I did not bring the key to get into my house. You're not having those moments. You're actually going to say, I am experiencing this and other people are experiencing it too. So you're not feeling like you're alone. You're not feeling like you're losing yourself, because that's another part of the game plan. Have you noticed they're targeting all of a sudden all this mental health stuff they're talking about? Now, back in the day when I first started out in nursing, back in, let's see, when I did my CNA, that was back in 1988. Then I got my nursing in 1990. And we had to do the schooling and training in between that. We were doing the rounds at Napa Valley Hospital, which was kind of like a VA/psych hospital, psych ward. And I remember after I completed that training that they were going around closing up all of the psychiatric care places. They only left maybe a few open, but they were saving money. So they were closing these up. So these people that needed that support or whatever didn't have that. They were let go on the street. So then this is when we started getting an influx of heavy ER intake, heavy nursing home intake. These people are homeless. They need the support for whatever trauma that they experienced mentally. There was no support for them because those programs were gone. Now they're slowly bringing them back. I wonder why. Why do you think they're bringing it back? What do you think their intention is? Yeah, I gotta do some dusting here. What do you think their intention is? Just watch how that's happening. I'm showing you how important it is for you to be strong in your light of who you are. Now, during Christmas time, I was having a hard time trying to find some plain purple ornaments to just have purple ornaments on a tree. I saw everything else but purple. Are you starting to see purple all of a sudden just showing up? The color purple? What do you think they mean by that? Jeez, I gotta really do some dusting here. What do you think they mean by that? With these things comes little anchoring activations that you have to be aware of. Okay? It's a game on. It really is. And let me tell you something. I am so tired of this boring game. So tired of it because it's so boring, so predictable. So predictable. Oh, look at this. Oh, how many times can we remake that movie? Okay. Okay? Any questions about what I just said? Does everybody understand what the next phase is? Not Toys R Us's attack on us. Yeah, there you go. That's what this is. So we got a lot of energy that's going to come through with this alignment. A lot of energy. And a lot of codes. And your body's probably feeling tired. When you're tired, lay your butt down and get rest. Some of you probably have been feeling like you've been on a boat somewhere and you feel seasick or you feel motion sickness. I felt that all day yesterday. I was like, damn, where? The hell? What's flipping? Are we going up, down? What's happening? I feel nauseous. Why do I feel nauseous? Sucks. It's crazy. I literally had a conversation paying a bill yesterday because I had so much like motion sickness. So weird. I literally got on the phone with the lady for my medical coverage and I said, look, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be paying you now because I have no idea what's going on in California. It's crazy right now. I'm trying to keep up with current events of my life, trying to be on this planet. And I'm just simply calling you because I have no idea what I'm supposed to be paying you. So I'm just literally giving you money, guessing in the wind. Because I don't trust the AI that told me it was something like 40 something dollars. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to fall for that because then 3 months or so, or 4 months or so from now, you're going to come back and say, I owe you $800. And I'm not going to play that, or some kind of glitch in the system. So I had that lady go through the system, look up everything. She goes, no, it is that. It's half of what you used to pay. You're all caught up. You paid us all the way up until March. And I'm like, well, there you go. Are you feeling like that right now? You just you're not playing the game? Don't let anybody from any bill place, collection place, try to mess with you. You just simply say, well, I don't have the money at this time, but if you go and just maybe go to the Vatican and ask on my serial earth number, you can get that money. That money's already been paid for. You have a nice day. Click. Why not? Got nothing to lose now. It's just the way it is. So they either work with you or you don't put up with the shenanigans. They know what time it is. They know what's going on. But don't get yourself stressed out about your bills and stuff. Those days, no. Just hang on a little longer. Hang on. It's going to get good. But we got some craziness that we're still going to keep moving through. Okay? Any questions about what I just said? Everybody good? Okay. All right, in this new moon energy, we're going to take a look at some energy. So far, the read that I did earlier for everything has come to pass. But there is an energy I am looking at in April. I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of transitional energy in April. Just kind of looking at that. All right, message for today. We're going to do the light codes, and then we're going to do the star codes. And remember, you can ask your divine team to keep your codes, get your codes activated. That's in your light body cell, so that you have that. I hope all of you understand what my message was about the Archons, how serious it's gotten now. And they are going to do what they need to do to get what they want. But we have to run interference and let them not get what they want. Okay? Let's take a look at the light codes. And then I'm going to make myself a nice cabbage dish. Something to chew. Okay, Light Codes, Apothecary by Izzy Ivy. We're going to use this deck today. And then we'll go into the Star Codes. So I hope this was informative. I hope this brings clarity to stuff that you've been experiencing. And you're not sitting here thinking, oh, what is this? Okay, 2 of those. And 1 of these. Is everybody good? So your pre-birth contract stuff, sit down tonight and write that out. Write out what you are no longer allowing, and then write in what you are aligning yourself with, and put it in that like you already have it form, okay? So that you already have that activated for yourself. So that starts imprinting the energy of alignment while you're in this newer energy. And I like this. Here we go. Connect with kin, deepening support networks with friends and family. So when we connect with our family and friends, just make sure you don't fall into the energy of any kind of negativity attacks, or somebody doesn't get what you're doing. That's a 9 energy on there. Look at that 9. Okay. So make sure you're not getting caught up in any of the drama. The next card, recognize triggers. Loosen the grip through awareness. When something is triggering you, you have to be able to look at it and say, okay, why is that triggering? Where do I want to put my energy? Do I want to put my energy with responding to that, or do I not want to respond? Okay. Now for the star codes, we have transit, which is climate, which is 55. Yes, we're going to see a lot of this play out in the next 48 hours, as well as opposition, confrontation. Number 53 is the key that tops that. Okay, so that's interesting. Opposition, confrontation. We're seeing this play out, and one of the things, how you're going to start seeing the purple. Purple everywhere. Purple is going to show conversion. It's going to show transformation. It's going to show that the world that third dimensional world of belief, especially in the United States, how we are governed, isn't going to be like that anymore. It's all changing. Okay? And everyone's just going to keep playing out their crazy little role right now. And we're going to stay focused on that throat chakra, because the throat, when we speak our truth, that's one of the things that likes to be interfered with, is speaking your truth. So the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower, the light, supports the self-expression and the sense of peace and balance. Yes. The sense of peace and balance. Okay. All right, lovelies, I am giving you that info. Work on that, the pre-birth, and redo your soul contract. Have a conversation with yourself and your higher self, and go to your divine team and activate that. Simply just by talking and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to activate now. This is what I want to sign up for. I feel like I've learned this. Let's be complete with this. I don't need to keep repeating this. Let's move beyond this point. Show me the most beautiful kitten caboodle of the life that I can now live. And it's easy living. Nothing of serious hardship anymore. I'm not doing that. things that have my hair falling out, me gaining weight, and me feeling tired all the time, and always pushing myself to the limits. Those things you don't have to do. So don't consent to that energy anymore. All right. All right, lovelies. This has been good. And the Be So Light Tribe, thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe. But one thing for sure, claim your light and stay in it 100% so you can win it. That's where you want to be. All right. Ooh, Tucson Gym Fair. Jewelry. I love this Royal Gems and Minerals. They've been in Tucson doing their show, and I've gotten a couple things that's being mailed to me. So I've been like, oh, gotta get that. So they're online right now live. Oh, we also have Barry Cunningham, who is Gitmo Time. He's live right now. So when you watch things, I want you to pay attention to the energy. It's not always about the person or what the puppeteering is going on. Just pay attention to the energy and the words, because those are codes. Okay? That's what time it is. All right, lovelies. Have a great evening. Be good to yourself. And we will talk very soon. Bye.